leaving San Jose del Cabo. And somewhere over here we just saw a whale. Oh, way up front here. There's a whale.
He's between you and the shore, straight over to the shore, 90 degrees.
Really? Huh. Oh, there he is. You can just see his hump over in the disturbed water over there by the shore. And then there's something jumping out of the water over here. I think it's some more whales up here.
Probably more whales.
Yeah. Anyway, San Jose del Cabo is very expensive. We didn't go in the marina, but there are several really bad reviews. And very rolly. Incredibly rolly. No protection at all really here. Maybe if the wind's coming straight off the peninsula. And I don't know if the left. Look, we are sailing at 5 knots on a sort of a, and there's a whale out in front of us up there, just blue. You see his little hump up there, maybe if you have a very big TV screen. That back there is St. Joe de Cabo, or St. Jose de Cabo. And we're going to come up here around this point, and this wind's supposed to hold out until then, and then it's supposed to come around to a beam reach on the starboard side. And there's Robin back there steering behind my really unfinished Dodger. That big old main is filled and Genoa is filled, and our Starlink is really dirty on the front of it. I should get the brush out and brush that off while it's facing the right way. Anyway, here we are. I'm gonna come up here and see if maybe these whales stick around long enough for me to get some decent pictures of them, because everybody loves whales. There we go. There she blows, right out there. A couple of humpbacks. Nice little sounding there. They've only blown once, so they'll probably come up and blow again. There's one. Classic humpback fin. And this other one probably will blow one more time. They usually blow twice before they sound. Not necessarily always, but it's sort of a pattern. Yeah, there's a back. The dog, of course, notices them, and he just can't stand it that there's something in the water. And it looks like Robin started the engine, because pretty much just went dead wind-wise. You can see the back is right over there. They're just sitting right below the surface. You might be trying to figure out where the motor just came from. They're pretty smart, the whales. They know where that they don't want to get hit by a prop, so they'll hold still, hoping to figure out where things are. The sound of motors running at 60 hertz, I guess, is very loud to them. Whales tend to communicate on that same 60 hertz band, is what I've heard, so it tends to throw them off a bit. excited.
It's really interesting. Really big.
Here we go again.
Wow. There it is.
See that?
Closer
What
to
is
us.
that? What is that out there? Says, I don't know, but it's pretty cool. See if he does it again. Might be it. Cool. It's like a whole school of fish, and they're all stirring up the water over there.
Your life jacket back on.
Oh, well, I got to go up and do the anchor here pretty soon.
You still need your life jacket on.
Yeah, I don't like to have my life jacket. I got to lay down on the front to put the bridle on. And here we are coming into Bahia Frailes. We're going to anchor up there next to that sandy area, hopefully. I think that's what the chart says. And it's a little built up here, not a whole lot. There's some little town over here, and
Three-wheelers, four-wheelers out there.
looks like there's people having fun on their little four-wheelers over on the beach. So I'd call it civilization as such. We're gonna pull in here. Hopefully we'll be able to have a nice flat beach, and we'll maybe take the dogs in for some exercise off the boat. They haven't been off the boat in a couple of days, and Tigger's acting a little stir crazy. And Ellie, I don't know, how you doing, Ellie? Says, I just lay around on the boat until people tell me it's time to do something else.
Safe.
Looks good.
Very safe.
Okay, here we are leaving Frailes. And there's the little town back there, and there's maybe you can see a sailboat back over there, and we were a little past that, between that sailboat and the pangas that are on the shore, and we're going down this way. About 55 miles, 9 hours and 11 minutes to Bahia Los Muertos, which I'm not sure what it means. But anyway, going to do a little bit of not much wind today, according to what the predict wind says, so probably mostly motor. So we'll keep an eye on the motor, and everything's good. We'll keep an eye open for whales and stuff. Got a little group of dolphins here. Actually quite a big group. Some over there, and then you can see the splashes way out in front of us. Always a joy when the dolphins come. We see a lot of them. Don't always take pictures, because it's not always easy to just grab the camera when we're seeing them. And the dogs get very excited about the dolphins. Tigger, please, leave it, leave it. I don't know what he thinks he's gonna do. I see him. Tigger. Here they come. Big bunch of them coming right by the boat. Yes, and here in Mexico, seeing dolphins would be a $50 value. Anyway, so there we are. Here's the lovely coastline. That's where we came from back there. We haven't been out of the harbor very long, and we're going way down there. Not to that point, but beyond that point. So we're motoring. It's about 9:52, and this is La Ribera. They have a marina here, but it is a private marina, and they weren't overly helpful when I called them to find out what the prices were, but apparently they just have a lot of really large boats. It's a big marina. Not sure why it's not more commercialized, but you know, who knows. Anyway, so we're about 20 miles down the coast now. 30 miles more to go. Here we are on shore. And Dulcinea is way down there. Came ashore back there, kind of equal to where that boat's floating over there, and still quite a few dead pufferfish around, but we wanted to get the dogs off the boat, so we're trying to keep a good eye on them so they don't lick a dead pufferfish, because at least from what it says online, it's quite toxic. Ellie over there exploring, Robin over there exploring. Here we are at Ballena Bay, or Balandra Bay rather, which is I guess Sloop Bay, the other name for it. There's Dulcinea way out there, and a couple of big mega yachts. Robin just found a shell, big clam shell. And there's our little dinghy sitting and bouncing in the waves.
Here, let me have his ball.
So this is a caldera type bay, which is most of what's here in the Baja. Yesterday we went to that beach over there and did a little snorkeling. There's some little fish along the rock here, rock face, and there's another where those birds are out there. That's a little shallow area. It's a little reef. People go there and snorkel. And then there's a big estuary up here around the corner on the other side of this rock bluff. This is a very popular spot. There's a parking lot over there. You can drive down to the parking lot over in that direction, and then you can walk across that bluff to another little sheltered bay on the other side. People in town, Pangas, bring people out to the bay over there, or you can drive over here and take a little hike across that hill to get to the other side. Little dog running along the beach. Her name is Ellie. She likes long walks on the beach. And it is incredibly clear water. Pretty cool. These hills around the side here, this is a pretty classic shield volcano with a lot of ejecta making up the and ash making up the outside of the cone. You can see where it's just a mixture of ejected rock and ash.
Over there.
And there's a big pack of dogs over there.
Wow. Like 5 or 6 of them. Hey.
And here we are, motoring back to Dulcinea from the beach back there. And there's a few boats in here this morning. It fills up pretty well towards the afternoon here. You see the water is still fantastically clear. Oh, and here's a whole bunch of needlefish. I don't know if you can see them. Two of them. They have phosphorescent eyes at night, which is pretty cool. You just see these 2 little dots moving around. And there's some fish leaping out of the water over there. A shoal of fish. Something's underneath and they all come jumping out of the water. It's like a National Geographic moment. Our lives are like the National Geographic every day. Well, it's Monday, Memorial Day, and we just left Balandra Bay about 45 minutes ago.
This is Tuesday.
And is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday, I guess. Anyway, so it's Tuesday after Memorial Day, and we are out in the Bay of La Paz, and we are under sail, and we are going about, maybe a knot in a 3.6 knot wind. And it was blowing like a son of a gun last night, and
Blowing this morning, we went into the beach.
blowing this
walked the
morning.
dogs,
Yeah.
And now that we're ready to sail, there's no wind.
Yes, such is the life of a sailor. But the good news is our lovely Simrad autopilot is working super. and it talks to our B&G autopilot up there, and everything talks to everything else on the boat now, and I'm pretty happy about that. And apparently I installed it right because it works. So that's what's going on now. It's I don't know, what time is it? Probably 10?
I don't have any clock on me.
And well, there's one up there, but
Yeah, it's
can't
probably
read it.
around 10ish.
Anyway, so that's what's happening. We're heading back to La Paz. It's supposed to blow up pretty crazy tonight. 25 knot winds sustained. So we'll go in there, and at least we'll be tucked in a little bit. At least we won't have big fetch coming in after us. So there's that. More later. Well, we started motoring again, and we came across this lovely pod of dolphins. And here they are, doing their dolphin thing. It's always exciting when the dolphins come by the boat. The dog's like it. He's pretty excited about the dolphins. And he is too. These guys are sticking around for a while, and their pod took off over there. I think they're all going to leave here pretty soon. Yep, they're all heading out that way. If you guys weren't so crazy, they'd stick around a little further. Crazy dogs. Crazy dogs. Life on a boat. Well, here we are sitting at one of our favorite places to eat, which is the Center Roll place. The only downside being that the traffic is right here. This is the anchorage that we're in out here, as viewed from our table. And our boat is just, you can see a red buoy out there, kind of right that way. Our boat's back behind there. You can't really see it for the other boats.
That big boat on the black boat on the
Anyway.
dock is in the way.
No, actually ours is straight across right there. Anyway, this is down there is the office where you pay your fee for anchorage, which is for our boats like 31 pesos a day, which
About $1.50 a
about
day.
$1.50. And there's the hotel up there where we actually dinghy into. They have a dinghy dock. And the food here is pretty good. Coffees are good.
Yeah, coffee's really
The
good.
flies are bad right now. Anyway, sort of a little, what do we do while we're here? We walk the dogs along this big long path, and we eat breakfast in one end or the other, and then we go back to the boat. And today we brought in laundry, and we're going to go make a run to the store after we take the dogs back to the boat. Exciting day back from Bolandra Bay. So we're going to go right by these whales. We're steering a little bit off so we don't, bump into them. They'll probably sound, although they like sailboats. They don't seem to care too much if you sail by them. There's a bunch of whales out here. There's more spouts off on the horizon there, and Robin said she just saw some over on the starboard side. This might be part of the big migration that comes along. I'm pretty sure these are humpbacks based on the fin on the back. They ought to be coming up for another breath here right off the boat, if my whale calculations are correct. Not that they usually are. Tigger's out here staring. Let's see if maybe they come up right here. They have been blowing. They may have sounded for a while. It's in their nature. But there's a slick right here on the water. You can see they're not too far under the water. They make a little slick with their passage through the water. And sometimes they're curious about sailboats because they see us moving and they don't make a big noise. I'm pretty sure he's right over there, based on the disturbance of the water. We're getting about a 1 meter swell out here today, coming pretty much out of the east. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna go by us before they come back up. They can stay down a long time. And I imagine there's a lot of whale watching tours that come. They get real close to them down here. The whale watchers, they really don't have the kind of legal requirements. I think they do have them, but nobody really monitors what's going on with the whale watching tours. I've seen them surround a couple of whales and they're just everywhere. You're falling off there, dear. There's Tigger, mighty Tigger, looking for dolphins. Do you see any dolphins, Tigger? Tell me, do you come out here every afternoon and look for dolphins? Right now, we're looking at the new anchor spot that we're in here in beautiful La Paz. We formerly were over there. You can see through the pin rail over there. We were over there, and right behind that sailboat over there, the ketch rig, and well, almost where that panga is over there. And we oh, there's dolphins right there. There they are over here. Yeah, here they are. They're coming in. Make my way under the boom. Let's see if they come over and give us a little show. Oh, now they've all gone down. Yesterday evening, they gave us a really nice show. They were jumping in the air. We had 3 of them that were just all jumping in the air. But these are just kind of trucking along. They're heading up the bay here. Oh, here we are. Here's 2 right here. 3 dolphins. Easy, Tigger. They just get so excited. Little dogs. They just get so excited over the dolphins. And they are very cute, the dolphins. I expect they should come up right in here somewhere when they come up again. They usually come up about every 40 feet or so. There they are. There they are. And there's some more over there in the back. They're just coming up and heading up the bay. I think this is a pod that we saw last night. We saw them closer to sunset last night. They were quite pretty. And there they go, heading on down the bay. The bay goes all the way up through past all those boats and even about another mile up through there. It gets fairly shallow and broad, but you can actually take your boat up there, and it's pretty cool. The dinghy dock that we go to, that we have to drive to get out and go in and eat breakfast and stuff, is over there by the large yachts over there, just past these two sailboats that are off here on our starboard. And we're in about 5.5 feet of water under our keel, and so we were a little nervous last night. We actually moved the boat this morning because there's a sand spit right over here. There's a sand spit that runs kind of from behind that catamaran over there all the way down past where that sailboat is, sitting on top of the sand spit on its side. It's been there since we got here, and it looks like it's probably going to be there well after we leave.
It's cold.